You are now listening to the dank of the dankness, Black and Black Times Infinity. I am your host, your boy Blue, coming to you live and direct from the Stack Smoking Out fan with that dank shit. On my far left, mixed up on the ones and twos, Kronos.
These yams deserve a trophy, baby. It ain't no mystery. Got the best BBL in history.
Mm, mm. Oh, yeah.
Damn.
On my far right, we have the oldest in the world, Old Ninja.
Blue, did you smoke out before we started, or no?
And I had a little bit of an 8 ball. Wait, no, I
Hey, Paul,
haven't.
Jesus, what the
Oh my goodness! If you don't know what he's talking about, don't hit. Yeah, stay ignorant on
Stay
that
away from
topic.
drugs. Nah, I'm
drugs
fucking
are
old. I
bad,
know eight
okay?
ball.
Drugs are bad, okay?
That's an old
As
reference
a
now.
kid, I always thought an 8 ball was like beer or something, like some kind of beer.
Oh man,
It is
man,
not.
And I
this is
was
how
like,
we
It is
start.
not St. Ides.
it is not,
This is how we start on the podcast. Okay, all good.
dude. It's hot in here.
Is it warming
Yeah,
up
it's
there in the
warm.
bay?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was like 80 degrees today.
Oh
80,
wow.
yeah, 80. And what's fucked up is gonna be hotter tomorrow.
Oh, it's been pretty nice here. It's been San Diego 70. So
Oh
yeah.
no, we're gonna hit like 85 or higher tomorrow.
Well, you know. I can't
All
do
right,
stats because
Kronos, you should have some stats.
SoundCloud is kind of broken. It's not giving me anything. Like the whole page is kind of down. It's kind of weird.
Oh,
First in the chat is nobody just yet, but once you get in there, I will give you a shout out.
Hmm. All right.
All right. I know I want to go first.
damn it.
I'm just saying.
I got RIP.
Oh yeah, do the RP. I mean, you can RP. Aubrey Graham. I'm just saying.
Oh, I mean,
His whole
I mean,
career.
well, I was gonna talk about it. Yeah. Where? Oh, so we pour out. Speaking of St. Ives, we pour some out. We'll pour some out for Bernard Hill, British actor known as Theoden, King of Rohan in The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and Return of the King. He's also played Captain Edward Smith in James Cameron's Titanic. He's a British TV. He's been on British TV, but he's also been in a number of films since the 70s. Some films, just quick, very, very, very extremely brief filmography. Movies that probably most of us have heard about or seen, like Gandhi, Ghost in the Darkness, The Scorpion King, and Clint Eastwood's True Crime. He did some voice work as well. So he's the voice of Sir Walter Beck in the game Fable 3. He can most recently be seen as Duke of Norfolk in the TV show Wolf Hall. He died at the age of 79. Damn. There you go. So the king is dead.
The king is dead in more than one way. Anyway, yeah, I mean, we got to get into. Honestly, I wish we still were doing reacts because, one of the reasons why we kind of stopped doing reacts. One reason is because we're apart now, so it's a little more difficult. But the other reason why is because it's really hard to monetize our reacts. Which honestly, our reacts have like the most amount of views on our channel, but they get demonetized, and it's just fucking annoying. But one of the things that happened, it's kind of leading into this, the big story, is that I guess Kendrick Lamar, for all these recent like diss tracks, he removed all copyrights on them, so you can use them freely on YouTube or anywhere you want and monetize it. So I kind of feel like we're off the, we'd be a little late if we did a reaction now, but there are some really really dope diss tracks that occurred after the last podcast, and I don't know if all y'all caught up with all of the everything that
Yeah,
happened. Y'all up to date with everything?
pretty much. It's just like, yeah.
I just
I
know,
still,
I just know Drake is dead.
Yeah.
damn. I still hold my
Drake who?
stance, by the way.
Drake?
Yeah. Damn. I still hold my stance.
I mean, honestly, I
I mean,
agree with part of your
with slight,
stance.
with a slight modification, but
What's
yeah.
your modification to your stance?
So I still think this was, like, as I said, fabricated until someone got into their fields, and it was kind of blatant on one of the diss tracks where Drake was like, "Oh, I tried to keep it peachy." Like, first of all, if this is a rap beef and a rap battle, why would you say you're trying to keep it peachy? Like you're trying to keep it friendly?
Especially
Like
after all
that
the things you
sounds
said.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what it sounds like. you guys, it sounds like this is fake. Like you two are just gonna take jabs, and then he goes on like, oh, I was gonna keep it peachy until you brought the kids in it. But, like once you brought up his kid, he like took offense or whatever. You know,
Kids, you gotta put an S on that.
yeah. So I mean, there's there's that also, but I mean, the kid thing seems to be fake. I mean, he claims in his most recent diss track that he fed Kendrick and his camp fake information or lies just so he would rap about it, and it says like you should do better research and shit like that. So
I ain't buying that. I
I don't know.
mean, but obviously somebody could have brought up receipts. Like, I mean, maybe there isn't another kid, but there's a lot of stuff that was said that he didn't address at all. That was super sus. We'll get into that
Mm-hmm.
in a little bit. Um, yeah. So after our last podcast was on the 1st of May,
What's
and
what's
that,
it's like
Yeah.
second?
Are you looking at the timeline?
yeah, look at the timeline because I wanted to like catch up to where we were. 'Cause I remember he had dropped Euphoria the day before, and we were like
Yeah.
talking about how good Euphoria was, and it just kind of went downhill from there. I mean, Euphoria was
It depends on your point of view.
yeah.
As Drake, yes, downhill. For the fans, uphill.
Yeah, well, it definitely got more
Mhm.
entertaining. I will tell you that. So the timeline since like the first, Euphoria jumped to number 1 on the charts the next day. So on the second, it jumped the charts, and then on the third, Drake dropped a new diss track, "Family Matters," where he accused, Kendrick Lamar of all kinds of stuff, like beating his wife and leaving him and his wife aren't together no more and stuff like that. But I mean, if you listen to Mr. Morale, I mean, he talks about she don't split. So there's, I don't know, like the point of that. So yeah, and then like literally the same day on the 3rd, Lamar drops "Meet the Grams," and then the same day he drops 616 in L.A. And these are both diss tracks to Drake, and they're both pretty good for different reasons. This dude writes a letter to every single one of Drake's family members, including the one that maybe doesn't exist. I was like, man, like he wrote letters to his mom and his dad. I was like, bruh, like who does that?
I gotta go back and listen. I still haven't listened to all of that. Like I discovered the timeline. I need to see like how the story plays out. So I had to go find a timeline of the tracks that were released, and they have like the track, the backstory, like what day and time it was released.
Yeah, so that was that was the 3rd. Then on the 4th, Kendrick Lamar drops another diss track. That's his 3rd in 36 hours, called "Not Like Us," and that's probably like the club hit that's going to be banging in the clubs for probably the whole summer, because the beat is basically like a very West Coast kind of Bay Area beat. Like it's something you can crip walk to easily. So not me because I can't fucking dance, but if you know how to crip walk, you can crip walk to this song. And he accuses Drake of all kinds of stuff, including the I'm told you're supposed to say PDF file if you want to say monetized. So I'll just say PDF file.
That's terrible.
And then the next day, the 5th, Metro Boomin dropped, for me as a highlight of this whole thing, is a beat called BBL Drizzy. And the beat is dope. It slaps hard as fuck. And he put out this beat, and he said he made it free for everybody. And he said the person who comes up with the best diss track on this beat gets a free beat by me. So basically every SoundCloud rapper in the world is dropping Drake diss tracks, which is amazingly genius.
He created a fucking army.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at. So it looks like Kendrick dropped 4 diss tracks and Drake dropped 3.
No, he dropped 4. He dropped 4.
Did he drop 4? Oh yeah. Never mind. I guess I didn't listen to this one.
Which
so
one?
the Heart Part 6 was the last one. I didn't listen to Taylor Made Freestyle. I guess I missed this one.
That one was from way before. That's why.
Yeah. And then Push Ups, and then Family Matters by Drake. So I mean, he says a bunch of crazy shit. He brings up the fact that he keeps beating up like his wife, and then like him and his wife break up, but then he's like talking about him and his crew can treat his wife like, or like not even him, like someone on his crew can like treat her right or some shit like that. And it's like he's all talking about A minor, which is a musical chord, and they keep
Yeah.
using that as a reference to um, PDF files. And so it's just like back and forth. It's just crazy shit. Like, oh my goodness, like
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happened. But the last one that I know that dropped was the heart part 6, and like Drake keeps talking about how they baited Kendrick into all the lies, and everything he said was facts. And like at the end, he's all talking about like I was happy to inspire you to make good music again. Like let me know if you need help or whatever. I was like, what the fuck? He's all like basically talking about he's done with this and whatever. I'm like, well, this lasted the whole weekend, and it got the whole hip hop community and outside of hip hop talking about it, and then like kind of feeding into my conspiracy theory, um, fabricated story. If you saw today, Future, who's made tracks with both of them, and I guess he started the first diss track with Kendrick, I guess, or but he's dropping an album, and like
He already
I
dropped.
think
He already dropped an
today,
album. No, he dropped it a couple days ago.
so he dropped it today.
Oh, I think
Was it?
it was like at least last week because that's why I saw it.
So the post that I saw, it was he posted on the platform formerly known as Twitter, and it had like it was dated like hours ago today.
Did he drop a new one?
So
I mean,
I guess he says he's got some new album, like a full on album
hmm.
coming out, and it's like if you think about it, like everyone's like wondering what's going to happen next, and then look, someone dropped an album, someone who's been on both recording studio with both artists. So it's just like this still feels suspect to me.
Yeah, I thought
So
it's We Don't Trust You, right? I thought that came out.
no. Future says there's some new. Hold on, let me pull it up. I guess he said there's supposed to be a new album. Oh, May 10th. He's dropping a new album May 10th.
Oh, okay.
He posted it on X today. I think it might be even called May 10th, if I'm not. But no, he said May 10th he's dropping a new album. He's like, fuck everybody else, just check out this album or some bullshit.
If he did, I mean,
So
that's like he's basically dropped 3 albums in like 3 months because he dropped "We Don't Trust You" on March 22nd. "We Still Don't Trust You" on April 12th, and I don't know what the next one's gonna be called. "We Definitely Don't Trust You." So
We really don't trust
yeah.
you.
oh, I'm sorry, it's not an album, it's a mixtape. There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
He's dropping a new mixtape on May 10th. That's what it is.
All right.
And then he was saying, he said, yo album ain't slapping like this. And so that was what he tweeted out, literally about 15 hours ago. So,
All right.
or actually 20 hours ago.
Well, we will see. All I
It
know
says
is
mixtape May 10th. So
the last diss track by Drake, "The Heart Part 6," which is the name of it was the name of the Heart Part 6 is pretty genius because it basically steals a single from Kendrick Lamar because he has the Heart series where he drops it like kind of before his next album. The last one was the Heart Part 5, which is a really good one.
Oh, so he stole his name.
Yeah, he stole the single name. That's pretty messed up, but pretty smart. But it was
it's funny.
it was pretty lame because like when he talks about like his PDF fileness, he somehow decides to bring in Millie Bobby Brown into the mix, which nobody
Just
brought
because
up.
that's what
Kendrick did not bring it up. No, listen to all his diss tracks. No,
I did. I just listened to one of the Meet the Grams. He brings up Millie because he says Millie. He doesn't say Bobby Brown, just Millie.
I don't think he does. I'll have to re-listen to it, but
Yeah, you got to go
still,
back. So it's
like-
on the shit. I just lost it. The Meet the Grams track.
or
He
even
talks about me. He talks about Millie and I said Janet or something. He talks about two separate artists.
even bringing
Or
her
two
up
separate
is
celebrities.
very sus because if you go back and watch like any videos about Drake and Millie Bobby Brown, they're very cringe because when she was 14, she was talking about how they would be exchanging texts and he would take her out to dinner and all this stuff. And it's like, bro, like if you're in your, I think he was in his 20s, like late 20s at the time.
Late 20s.
Yeah. I mean, if you're in any of your 20s, you should not be hanging out with a 14-year-old that is not your daughter.
Nope.
So,
Our cousin.
yeah,
So,
family, it's just like, dude, what are you doing? So
Then it was also the shit with what's Justin Bieber's wife name? Haley. Haley something. I can't think of her last name, but like
Mm.
her and Drake dated when she turned 18. Her and Drake started dating, but they knew each other like 4 years previously. So he's
Yeah.
known her since she was like 14.
Yeah.
So there might be a little bit of what they call grooming going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So the thing that I saw is like when people doing their deep dives, they brought up, because I guess the internet is forever for now, until we get EMP'd. But
The internet does not
they
forget.
brought they brought up like interviews of Millie Bobby Brown at when she's 14 being interviewed by on the red carpet, and she's like visibly excited, and she's like beaming about how much she loves Drake, and what they've hung out, and like went shopping or some bullshit, or they like hung out a few times, and she's like really excited about him on this, and she's like 14. I was like, what the fuck? This is very sus. Like, she doesn't say anything super sus, but her reaction seems a little strange for someone so young to be around someone a lot older
Well, you
than
shouldn't
her.
be hanging out with somebody that young if you were that old. Like, let's just be
Mm.
100% here. And like, I don't understand. People are trying to make excuses for it too, and they're like saying like the one about there's a video of him like literally kissing on a girl that's 17 after he learned that
Mm.
she was 17, and then people were like, oh well, the age of consent in Canada is 16. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like seriously, I don't give a fuck what the age of consent. If your first thought is the age of consent is X, and whatever you thought, you already lost. Like your morality is already skewed. Like a man that is in his 20s, rich as fuck, holds so much power over somebody that's that age. And if you don't understand that, then there's something wrong with you. So that's gross, especially after learning that she was that old. That's so disgusting.
Crazy
Yeah, I've
shit.
been saying. Ever since the situation came out with Millie Bobby talking about like her texting Drake and blah blah blah. Like I stopped listening to Drake altogether. I think I even said on the podcast like, yeah, dude's just a R. Kelly in the making.
Yeah, yeah,
And I mean he's not peeing and pooping on people, but still underage stuff going on.
yeah. And unfortunately, with this beef, it kind of, I'm pretty sure it's ended now because there was violence that occurred yesterday. There was a drive-by shooting at Drake's actual house, so I was like, damn. And his one of his bodyguards got shot, and he lived, but he had to go into surgery. And apparently, sometime either late yesterday or this morning, somebody tried to break into Drake's house. So that's.
Damn. Yeah, it's gotta. I already knew.
What's
I
crazy
already
about
knew that once this beef started, like, I feel like every time beef and rap starts, there will always be violence somehow, and it shouldn't be that way. But
I feel like
it
with the
is
with
what it is.
the crazy thing about the break in is how Canada handled things differently than America. Because I read that article that she had posted and it talked about how like, the guy wasn't like taken into custody, that, he went in for like a psychologically evaluation, and that he's like going to go seek mental health. Like all this positive stuff is happening to this guy for breaking into Drake's place. Where in America, dude had been thrown in jail,
It has
probably
some
been roughed
broken
up by the
bones.
cops, probably a couple of bullets in his butt cheek or
Yeah,
something.
well, yeah. Depending on the tone of his skin color, bullets may or may not have been fired.
Yeah.
So, so I mean, you already know.
So yeah, this is still like one of the most highly entertaining things that I've seen in hip hop in a long time. I have to say, last week I have to eat some of my words when I said that nobody be interested in a rap battle. Apparently they fucking are. I mean, I was fucking wrong. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Kendrick Lamar, like he blew up all over the charts, and people were they were very interested in this rap battle, which I didn't think they were. So good for hip hop, I guess.
Yeah, I'm saying it's still. I mean, I feel like the very beginning was very fabricated, and then in the middle, someone got their feelings hurt, and then they started to go for the jugular, and then violence ensued, and they had to stop.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's
Well,
had to go ahead.
part of me wonder if the whole security thing is kind of staged, because it makes me think of there was an episode of Boondocks where like the guy tried to be hardcore by like staging like something happening to him.
Oh,
I wonder if
Oh,
maybe Drake stage something so he gets a little street cred to his Canadian persona.
from Toronto. Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
actually got shot though. So I mean, I'd be hard
Yeah, I
pressed for
feel like
somebody to convince somebody to get shot.
yeah,
Um,
that's because there's a lot
some
more.
dollar
There's
signs.
actually, but there's like emergency, like first responders, emergency crews. They responded to this. It was printed in like both like the Toronto. I don't know the paper that's out there online, but also in Variety. Variety is an extremely respectable source, and like they got interviews from these people. Like nobody died, but someone was definitely hurt, and so that's not worth. Like I think getting paid that much money or whatever, if it was staged, that's not worth taking a bullet. Like I'm not. I don't see anyone trying to take a bullet for Drake just for like, a couple $100,000 or whatever.
Pretty
Yeah,
sure there could have been more zeros on there.
They could have been, but I mean, I don't know if that's worth getting shot though. I mean, because that, I mean, what if they fuck up and miss and hit something major? Then you're
yeah,
either dead or you're either dead, paralyzed, or you know, in a really fucked up spot forever
yeah, yeah.
into your life. So
But you got money in your pocket.
Your money doesn't matter if you can't. Yeah,
all that's probably gonna. Well, even though Canada has free healthcare, you're probably still gonna be spending that money on like a new lifestyle, like eating through a tube or colonoscopy bag or something.
Hey man, you save money. You have to
seriously.
buy you don't have to buy this expensive food that we're paying right now.
Expensive, fucking. Oh yeah, groceries are expensive, but I mean, you can always like fast. I guess it's all bad, but yeah, definitely this beef was definitely the highlight of the weekend. Everyone was waiting with bated breath, as I was saying. Like people were all about it. That's all people kept talking about all fucking weekend for like 4 days straight.
Yeah,
Just going
honestly,
crazy.
it kind of made my day. So I'm trying to find like a little bit of joy every day. It's hard right now, but I was just like, that shit was great.
Yeah. I gotta say though, BBL Drizzy that wasn't the beat I was expecting. I'm like, fuck, this is actually super catchy. Whoever does like open mic shit, like I can't wait. It's probably all over YouTube by now. There's probably like 50 artists just on one stream or whatever.
I was thinking about changing
Well,
it
Just
up.
like
like people.
Go ahead.
one of the tracks I heard, it sounded like it made me think of old school Kanye. Was it?
That's
Was
funny.
not Independent Woman? What song was it? The one that he says like, "I want a little bit of Nita, a little Luther Vandross."
Oh, that's
Oh, that's
Friday
If
Night
it sets a moment off right,
Celebrity, something celebrity.
I
no.
think
Oh,
that's what it
no,
is.
Celebrities Twisted. Oh, you're thinking Slow Jams. That's
Oh,
the name of the song.
Yeah,
Slow
that's
Jams
what it makes sense. Slow
with
jams.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, yeah.
a BBL Jersey though. That's my jam right now. Even with like nobody else on it, just like.
Yeah,
But
I mean it's just.
but you know what's a bummer though?
Just be jamming.
What's a bummer though is that apparently I can't. I've been on Twitter for a little bit looking up stuff, and I saw Metro Groomin came up, and I was like, no, dude, come on, not this guy. And yeah, there was like some little tweets from Metro Boomin that was like he was like thirsting on Sierra when she was underage and a whole bunch of other stuff. They're now deleted tweets, but I was like, man,
The internet is forever. I
yeah,
mean, people resurface that shit, especially when a celebrity says some shit because they're like, "Oh, this is some hot mess. I'm gonna save this, screenshot this because something's gonna happen. They're gonna take it down." Sure enough, and people's like, "Oh, I got the receipts. Some receipts were popping up."
so I don't tweet much, but I have like I'm on like 300 plus, or 400 plus podcast episodes. I definitely said some stupid shit on here before.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think we
so
all
nice.
have.
Yeah, we all have it. But that's
BBL Drizzy.
as they say, those be the breaks.
Wait, so do they say what BBL stands for in the song?
No, but it's a Brazilian butt lift, so
Yeah,
that's
that's
what it
why
stands for.
I was thinking like, yeah, it's Brazilian Butler because I TikTok, Instagram, basically all the cool social media platforms. There's like there's one video of like an animated version of Drake like twerking. It's
Yeah.
like what the hell?
I got one where he's twerking to this
funny.
song, where he's twerking to that song, BBL Jersey. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's
Apparently he had
hilarious.
abdominal surgery too, so and possibly a nose
Damn.
job. So it's like that's a lot.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's all bad. That's hilarious. The
mean-
animated Drake was fucking hilarious. Though.
Full disclosure, even though I'm clowning the guy for getting plastic surgery, I've had plastic surgery before on my ear. So, but it was just to reconstruct it because of jiu-jitsu. That's all.
Yeah, it's not to
It's
have a
nothing special.
BBL.
Yeah.
It's not to make
it's
it
not very
bounce it up
pretty.
and
It just looks like an ear. So
yeah, it's not to bounce it up and
You weren't
drop
you
it
didn't go
down.
you didn't get into the ring with Mike Tyson?
no. It just I cauliflower ear really bad.
When is that fight happening? It's still happening.
I think so. It's coming up
Oh, you know about
later
Logan
this month.
Paul? That's coming. Is it? It's yeah. It's June, right? End of June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
July 20th.
Okay.
Oh,
I know
all right.
my first jiu-jitsu instructor has a fight coming up on the 18th. So his first fight in a long time.
Oh wow.
I heard that the Drake not Drake God that the Tyson and Jake Paul fight's gonna be an actual sanctioned fight.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
actually gonna count for something.
Yep. This will be on their record apparently. So
So I wonder if they're still gonna allow him to like tag team his brother, and if he's still gonna be able to wear headgear. Because that's what I heard before that
Headgear,
was going to be allowed. But if
head,
it's gonna be sanctioned,
headgear actually doesn't help you that much. I don't know. It's kind of overrated. Like you can still get, people
Knock the fuck out.
misunderstand. Yeah, people misunderstand. It's like, yeah, it's some more padding, but it's like the back and forth sloshing in your brain is what gives you a concussion. So
that's
yeah.
that is true. I guess the headgear just protects you from getting a bruise.
Yeah, and Mike Tyson has excellent uppercuts, which headgear doesn't really help you with. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like open by the chin area, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you do the uppercut, you're.
Pez dispenser.
I think I think it just lowers like breakage. So instead of breaking jaws, like you'll still get hit, still get knocked out, but at least your jaw's not broken.
Well, you don't get cuts or anything like that, or like bruises on not that many bruises on your face, but still your brain is still getting sloshed around. So
still getting knocked out.
yeah.
I also heard that the fight's gonna be like instead of 3-minute rounds, they're gonna be 2 minutes.
I mean that'd be an advantage for Mike Tyson because he's fucking old. And
Yeah.
I mean,
he is on the old.
I'm sure he's on something, but I mean, so is Jake Paul. But I mean, as we age, I can tell you as like an aging athlete, like yeah, I'm fucking slower and like recovering sucks. So I literally have to have an MRI next week because I have a degenerating kneecap. That's fun.
Oh, that's
damn.
good.
Yeah, hurts all the fucking time now. When I'm trying to ride my bike,
damn.
constant pain. So
Damn.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll be walking and my knee just be like, not today.
yeah.
I felt like I fold over like a Windows logo, just doo 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 doo.
Wild shit.
But I think
Right.
I think it's because of what happened in Louisiana when I was there. I tripped over a curb and just landed my knee into a concrete sidewalk.
Was that at Stitches? No, was that something else? Was you
I
there
wasn't
for
there.
Stitches?
No,
Oh,
this was for the Sweetness's friend's birthday or her birthday. I think it was her birthday. Yeah, that's when I almost got tased. Remember?
Mm.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
The woman almost tased me because me and the Sweetness got into a little bit of an argument, or me and the Sweetness's friends.
Yeah. I mean,
Damn.
when Drum Blue comes out, shit happens.
Oh
Yeah. Wow.
I was pissed that night.
Hey, Drum Blue can't get mad.
No.
Yeah. That's wild shit. All right. Would you? So there's some shit. I don't know if you guys talked about this. Maybe you did in passing. Y'all talk about the dude who set himself on fire in front of the Trump's jury selection, or not?
No, we didn't talk about it. I mean, sucks for that guy. I know he died, but I mean.
Oh, he died? I saw him get hauled away. I don't know if
Yeah,
he survived.
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, it's very hard to survive self-immolation. So, and if you do survive, you're kind of fucked for a long time.
Long time.
Oh, I'll look it up right now, though. Self-immolation. It's like one of the most extreme versions of a protest. And I'm pretty sure he died. Yeah, he died.
Damn, so he died in the hospital.
Yeah.
Damn, because I saw what he looked like on the gurney, and I was like, holy shit. Like, crazy shit. And, like, I saw, like, so people had pictures of him before he set himself on fire because he was holding up signs.
Mm.
And he had signs that were, like, very conspiracy theory. He's saying, like, both Joe Biden and Trump were in on some world economy or world invasion, something crazy.
Something about a fascist coup. I'm looking at it now. So yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the picture of the guy on a stretcher. He looked like he looked like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, it sucks because he was like, because people were trying to put him out and didn't have anything, so he's burning as people were trying to save him. It's just fucking crazy, crazy shit, dude. And like, apparently he had a manifesto on where he was, and it was just a lot of conspiracy theory stuff about like the government controlling like the whole world or whatever.
I
And
mean, at
it's
least he
just
didn't
like
like. At least he only did self-inflicting injuries and didn't like, I don't know, show with the AK-47 or a bunch of other Proud Boys and you know bust into the courtroom and start taking people hostage and destroying stuff like the insurrection back in January of was it 2021, 2022?
yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, it's he didn't take anyone else with him. However, setting yourself on fire to try to prove a point is not the way to go. I mean, what he should have done is just pass out his pamphlets. Because he had a bunch of them. Apparently, he threw them up in the air. Passing out your pamphlets probably won't get you anywhere, but at least you're still here instead of suffering by burning alive, smelling your own flesh like
Well,
cooking.
you're not smelling anything for long. I mean, all that shit burns, so including the inside of
I
your nose.
mean, yeah, I mean, you're gonna be dead soon, yeah, but I mean, it's just I think it's a very terrible way to go to try to prove some political point, like dying for politics, like because they don't give a fuck about you. Like
No,
there was no mention from either side, nor
they barely care
Trump
about
nor
the country.
Biden. Yeah, Trump nor Biden didn't say anything about this person. I mean, obviously the biggest thing was everyone thought that this was a MAGA like member or proponent or person, whatever you want to call them. They thought there's a Trump supporter that set themselves on fire, but no, he had like a much more broad conspiracy going on. It's just kind of terrible just to set yourself on fire in front of all these people. There's probably kids during this time, so it's kind of bad. And like it was live too, because I know what a bunch of news outlets were there and they were live. And like one lady, they had to turn the camera away, but she was giving a play by play of what was happening to this man. It was very wild, very wild.
Yeah, it sucks that nobody could help him because most people don't have anything to like put a whole ass fire out.
Hmm.
Unless you happen to be standing near like like a fire.
Fire hydrant.
No, not even a fire hydrant because
Yeah, you gotta have a tool to
it's not,
open
yeah, it's
it.
not gonna help you. Yeah, even if you could open it,
Yeah.
like you got to grab the guy and put him in front of it. Like it doesn't come with a fire hose. So
No. Oh, yeah. You have to somehow direct him. I figured like with all the businesses around there, someone would break open a fire extinguisher,
yeah, so I was
but
thinking
he might
fire
have been too
extinguisher.
far away.
Yeah, because I mean you're outside and there's like you have to run inside to get in, and like
Exactly.
by the time you come back,
He
the
was
guy's already
like
fucked.
he was in like a corporate like or like a courthouse plaza or whatever, or like like opening or whatever. So yeah, I guess it's a plaza because it has like the benches and chairs and shit. And there's a spot where all the media was, and that's kind of where he did it. So
And he used a cylinder, right? Like gas or something
Yeah, yeah.
to
he
let himself on
poured,
fire.
yeah, he poured that shit on him. So he was burning real quick.
I mean, even if a bunch of people had like jackets and stuff, like yeah, that wouldn't have helped
He
at
would
all.
he would have still kept burning. It's unfortunate. I mean, they managed to put him out. But he was alive when they put him in the ambulance. So it's just unfortunate shit. So it is what it is, and the world keeps turning.
That it does.
All right.
Ambulance.
What else do we want to go to next? And talk about this crazy people setting themselves on fire shit.
Yeah, that's sad. Let's see. Y'all.
I got some stuff too, but go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, did you guys play the first Hades at all?
No.
It's a great game, actually. It was game of the year a few years back. It's one of the better roguelike games. It's the first one was dope. So the second one dropped their early access 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago, 2 days ago. I think it was on the 6th. It was the day I was waiting for the latest Kendrick disc, and nothing came. I was like, God damn it! But then this dropped, so I was like, all right. So the early access version is fully playable. I've hit no glitches. Apparently, there's no end to it. There's like a place marker for the end. Everything is like still really well voice acted. It's all randomly generated levels and shit. It's been like a lot of fun. I'm surprised it's early access. But it's a great game. If you like the first Hades, if you like roguelike games, definitely check out Hades 2. So you play as a different protagonist this time. You play as Zag's sister. They call her Mel, but I forget her whole name. but she has different powers than Zag did. So you start off with like this wand, and you can run, which is different because in the first one you can only dash, and this one you can dash and run, which is kind of nice. And she has like more like trapping power, so you like drop a trap down and like trap somebody in place, and you can like mess them up or whatever. So in every level, you usually get some kind of upgrade, either like a new like power or an augment to like what you already got or something like that. And it's all just like totally random. So it's a lot of fun. 100% play the first one if you haven't played it, and then if you have a PC, pick up the early access one because it's worth it. It's $30, but you know I expect they'll release the rest of the game before the end of the year, so you'll have an ending. But it's fun without an ending because let's be honest, unless you're really fucking good at video games, you ain't beating this shit anytime soon. So you're gonna die a lot.
Was was there something in the news about this game too? Like, didn't the CEO do something, or wasn't there some controversy going on with the game?
No, I think you're thinking of Helldivers 2. There was controversy
Mm-hmm.
That's
about
what it
that
was.
with the PSN login or the Steam login. So there was like some mix up, and they had to like kind of backtrack.
Mm.
So I forget the whole thing. I can look it up now if you guys talk for a minute.
No, I thought it
What?
was something about like the price being like crazy high, or was
No,
that something
no,
totally
that's
different?
something totally different.
Okay.
That was for like that was a different like Escape from Tartarov or something like that.
Hmm.
It was like a 200
Oh
something
yeah,
dollar
Yeah, two hundred sixty
DLC.
it,
dollars.
yeah, just for the DLC, and the previous DLC was like $30. And
Yeah,
so, in order to get
it's like five games.
it was a co-op mode. In order, that's like 5 games. That's a fucking console. You could probably find a Switch for that amount of money. So,
Yeah, it was
yeah, it's
250
like
bucks. Yeah.
yeah. So they tied in the co-op campaign with this DLC, and they wanted $250.
Oh my god.
Everyone freaked out. They're like, "What the fuck? It's not worth 250."
So I'm reading and like
Like,
their fix for it was they dropped it by 20%. So it's $200. So for $200,
oh my
you
god.
get a guaranteed instant access to the closed beta. Okay. Digital copy preload. Okay. Access to PvE co-op mode, which that should be in a normal game.
Mm.
Enhanced stash size, which is kind of weird. Unique game ID, which is okay. Expanded PMC pockets. Increased fence standing. More slots at the flea market. Unique in-game melee
So
weapon. Increased mail retention time. Almost done. Additional background screen option, which is stupid. Free access to subsequent DLCs like the season pass. Early access tests and access to the early test server and additional equipment in their stash, which is like for $250, that doesn't really seem worth it. I don't.
And no,
sounds like
none of it
you're
seemed worth
paying
it.
to win if you're getting all these extra perks
Yeah,
to
Well,
enhance your character.
what I'm hearing is mostly like invites to testing, like modes, and you get like
that should
access to it.
that should be free,
That should be
not paid
free.
for, because you're literally,
Exactly, it should be
if you're
free.
testing something for a company, you're doing them a
Mhm.
service. Like let's don't get it twisted here. That you're helping them. You shouldn't be paying to help them.
It's very strange to me. Very strange. So I know a lot of people would be pissed off about it. I don't know. I don't know if they threatened to delist Escape from Tarkov, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was on the cards. But yeah, that's not a good look at all. So, and it sucks for whoever actually paid for that. You might have egg on your face real soon. So,
Yeah, I mean it's also it's like it's not even like a AAA game. So not that a AAA game could get away with a fucking $250 DLC anyway, but
No,
you know what I
mm,
mean. It's just like, come on, man, you're insane.
it's it's got to be like if it was a DLC, it's got to be like I don't know, like you have to get something physical, like a cool like box art with like some cool
no, you get
like
statues.
action
If
figure
you get with
inside of there.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you got a statue or whatnot, then I would kind of understand because it's a collector's item,
I mean
Yeah.
which is kind of standard.
one of the coolest games that I played for like a special edition was Saints Row the third. I think it was the third. No, Saints Row something. It wasn't the third. It was like the one after that. But it came with a dubstep gun, like a literal dubstep gun
Oh shit!
in the package. It was fucking dope.
That's
Yeah, I
cool.
think for one of the Arkham games, I bought. It came with like a one of the batteries. I think I paid like about 250 for that, it was money well spent.
Oh,
Trying to think, it's probably in a box somewhere right now. And I think about it. Actually,
That's crazy.
is it right there? It's got Batman stuff in the background, so you never know.
You never know.
All right.
It could be surprised it's not on his desk. But I do know about the Hell's Diver stuff because I've been watching this like for a couple days now. It's pretty crazy. Oh, not that crazy, but it's just like everyone that was on Steam, they had to sign in with the PSN account. And I was like, what the fuck? Why?
Yeah,
Like
that's
I've been
dumb.
playing this, like you've been playing literal months without having to sign into the PlayStation Network, and all of a sudden with the new update, if you don't have an account, you have to sign in. And what's fucked up is that someone listed countries that didn't let you sign into PSN. I was like, what the fuck is that about? So
Yeah,
I guess it's not available in that country. I didn't even know they even existed. But
yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of. I mean, like I would imagine that probably China comes to mind. Probably can't. I mean, China's underneath, the Great Firewall, where you can't get to a lot of
yeah,
stuff.
I get it. But there's also other countries that are like I guess similar or probably part of China's like republic, and also other ones that may not have the access to you know PlayStation servers or whatever. But they lit. I saw like at least 30 countries. And I was like, what the fuck? And they're like, yeah. They're like, if these people, if we are, I saw posters saying, hey, if we are blocked from this, if we have to sign in from this, we'll lose access to the game, which they would have done. And so people were complaining on like Discord and on their official site. And it took a few days, but Sony backtracked.
Well, it's way
So
more than a few countries. It's 121 countries where you cannot use
there you
PSN.
go.
And
Yeah, I didn't read the whole list, but I saw like a shit ton of countries.
holy shit,
So.
some of these are actually places I don't want to go to. I would consider like moving there, like Barbados. That's on
Oh
there.
shit.
The Bahamas. Some are like obvious,
Oh
like Afghanistan. But
yeah.
Wait, how many countries don't have access to PSN?
121. Shit, Djibouti's on here.
Damn.
Most of Africa is on here.
Dude, there's only
Not much.
195 countries in the world, so most of them aren't on PSN. That's crazy.
Wow,
I mean, some are small, so
that is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a big ass list, and I was like, dude, this is crazy. And like those people that had access to a PC, they're able to get onto Helldiver, but if they were forced to log into PSN, they would lose access to the game all entirely. And especially it would suck, especially if you paid. Like if I paid for this, I'd lose access to my game.
Yeah.
That's access to my content that I paid for.
Well, luckily, I mean,
So,
if it stuck with it, which they didn't, but Steam has a really good policy of refunding you for shit like that.
yeah, I actually saw that. So apparently people were getting refunds.
Yeah.
Like they were already starting the process of it. I was like, oh shit. That's fucking crazy. So I'm pretty sure Steam was probably like, hey, you guys need to fix this shit. Lose money.
Yeah, I mean, Steam it's funny like the rise of Steam over the years because back in the day, I actually wasn't a big fan of Steam because I'm used to like playing the old school PC way where everything was kind of separate. It kind of grew on me after a while, especially after I switched over from being a PC only gamer to being more of a console gamer. And it's really convenient on having like everything in like one spot, which I just wasn't used to before being a PC gamer. But yeah, I get it now, especially now with the Steam Deck. That was a huge boost to Steam in general. It's still the Steam Deck is still one of the number one selling products on Steam. And it's just great. I think when they announce the new Steam Deck, or better yet, when they announce an actual like console type PC, I think it's gonna be pretty big. Because I know that they've tried it for a while. They tried to release a Steam console type product, but it's never really hit the big, like the big times. But the Steam Deck showed that they can do it.
Indeed. And on the flip side, looks like Microsoft and Sony want to get like their own version of another handheld, like another as powerful as a Steam Deck, but like maybe not as price heavy.
Well,
So
the
we'll
Steam Deck
see.
is
I
not,
know.
the Steam Deck is not expensive.
Well, wait. Isn't it $3? 300,
I mean,
400.
it's cheaper than a cell phone.
yeah, it's cheaper than a cell phone. It's
Sure.
it's cheaper than consoles. It's not that expensive.
Cheaper than a computer.
Yeah, I mean it's not. So I honestly, either one of the I'm gonna hold up my. I have my not a pulse. What's this fucking thing called? I haven't played it in a while.
What? Switch?
Portal.
No, it's a Portal. Yeah, my PlayStation Portal, which I can't play right now because my Wi-Fi sucks in my house. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I paid like $500 for a decent like new PSP type device. So if it played like a PS4, PS4 and a half, you know, type games, like I pay a lot of money for that. Because I mean, right now I got my Steam Deck and it works great. So,
I don't know.
but I think Microsoft will probably do it before Sony does.
Sony.
Yeah, because I mean, Microsoft they need to win, and I think that could make them win.
It could. I mean, but
look,
we'll see.
PSP.
Why is it? That's weird because I have PSP, but it was compared to your shit. What did you say? Was
the Portal? You want to see the comparison?
Yeah,
Portal.
yeah. Look at the size.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You
That's
can
ridiculously big.
fit it on here. It's just like it's bigger. The screen is bigger than the entire device.
Yeah.
The Portal right now on Amazon, it's going for $200. I think when the PSP came out, that was like $250, maybe $300.
Yeah.
You see what
And that's
Hopefully.
like 2001 money.
Forgot to open this thing. I forgot what I want to see what I last played on here.
There should be look on the top.
Switch
on
on
top
top.
should be an open button. Little button.
I think you opened it last
flag.
week. Wasn't it? Don't you have like what's that game called?
I have two. So
Tom Clancy?
no, it was actually
have-
Tekken. I was playing Tekken
Yeah.
something, Dark Resurrection or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Dark, Jesus Christ, it's small. Dark Revolution or some shit. I don't know. This is the second version of the PSP. This is the one where like the door opens.
Oh.
So that's how I was confused. I was like, where the hell's the? I was looking for the button too, but I was pressing the WLAN button.
Oh, I forgot there was two versions. I have the original version, but like
There's like
the
4
one
versions
with
of the original.
I have the original version too. It's somewhere around here. Yeah, I think I've got the original and got the Vita somewhere around here too. Oh, here's the Vita. Literally everything's all, you know, and then compare it to the PSP, it's way bigger. So, yeah.
That's fucking crazy shit. Who got back into the Fallout games? Did you talk about that last week?
I did. I think did I talk about it last week? I don't know, but I started playing Fallout.
Yeah, you talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I knew someone was playing it.
Oh,
we
I think
go
Prodigy talked about it too, because he talked about how he kept falling through the floor, which I saw in person. Like I literally was at that dude's house while he was playing Fallout. He thought, "Watch this," and he just fell through the floor. I was like, "What the hell? I don't think that's how it's supposed to work."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was buggy before. It was buggy. Not, I mean, obviously now it's stable. Now they got the next gen version. I've had no bugs yet. It's been fun, but now I'm playing Hades too. I'll get back into it though.
For sure. Speaking of Fallout, Blue, have you watched more episodes? Because that's what we were talking about the show last week.
No, I haven't watched it yet, but I did watch. Oh god, what's that other show called? I'm still behind on Mr. and Mrs. Smith too.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh shit.
Like that's been done and been over for a while, but
it's been a month or so. It's been like a month.
Yeah.
I
I need to catch up on my shows.
I finished it.
I'm falling really behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I finished it. I finished Fallout. I haven't started Shogun. We were supposed to start Shogun yesterday.
I finally finished.
Or no, 2 days ago. Yeah, I didn't have a chance to start it yet. I'm looking to start it this weekend because I was busy watching Tales of the Empire, which is pretty short. So that's pretty cool. Interesting take on some new Star Wars stuff. So. Or not new, but yeah.
So they have Oh yeah, they have the books on audiobook for Shogun. Part 1 and 2.
Yeah, isn't it based off an old show or the book? Oh, maybe
there's a book and an old show. Yeah, both.
Okay.
I wonder if the book is based off of the show or if it's the book. Because I'm looking at the artwork and it has the artwork from the show, and I don't know if it's the book for the show or the actual book.
They probably usually when the show comes out they update the original content with the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird. I wonder. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say they did that with they do that with movies too. Like when I read Ready Player One, they took the original cover off and replaced it with like the poster from the film.
Yeah, they did. I remember when I was a kid, there was a Back to the Future book that came out, and I thought the movie was based off of the book, but it turned out the book was based off of the movie,
Mm,
and like it had a bunch of like extra stuff in there, and like I've been
mm.
trying to find it, like I can't find this book, like I almost think that it didn't exist, but eventually I did find a page or a few pages talk about it online, but I can't find a physical copy of the book. Like it doesn't exist anywhere in the world.
Yeah,
So
that
if somebody
sucks with
has one,
certain.
send it to me. I want to read it over again.
It's probably out of print. You know what? I bet you your local library probably has it.
I've been trying.
You been
This
trying?
is like 1985, man,
Yeah, I
when the
know.
book came out.
Yeah, I know. But
So
you checked your library. Your library doesn't have a copy.
no, they probably would have tossed it. Have been like way too old because that's like
No, that's the whole point of the
it's
library
been
to
like
keep old
40
ass books.
years.
So there are books that are hundreds of years old that your library
Nah,
probably have.
they don't care
Like,
about that.
of course, if Shakespeare's old, centuries old, they still have Shakespeare shit. So
That's Shakespeare though. And people are, like
still old,
it's popular because people made it popular.
still old. I mean, they probably have the Dune books too. If they have the Dune books, which is older than Back to the Future, they probably got that too. I'm just saying.
Is it Back to the
Uh,
Future a novel in made 1985?
it's maybe.
It has like the cover is the cover from the movie.
No, the cover I remember from a kid, it was white and it had like just Back to the Future, like just a writing.
Well, I see the one from 1985, so
Where do you see
Hmm.
that?
I could just see the picture cover thing. Hold on, let me see. It's in I think it's on Goodreads. But I'm trying to find the actual book. But I could definitely see like the cover.
Hmm.
I can find it for you, man. Don't worry.
I'm
Maybe.
pretty sure it's out there. So there was a play that was written in like the mid 1940s, 30s, 40s,
Hmm.
and it was like kind of hard to get like an actual copy of the play because I had to read it for a class. But it was online, like Google had it, like Google Reads had it, so you could read it for free. I was like, oh shit! So I looked at it was Rossum's Universal Robots. I've talked about this years ago, but it's still like interesting to see that the original play is written in Romanian, if I'm not mistaken, and like it was the play that introduced the word robots to the lexicon worldwide. It's pretty crazy. Uh, uh, Cronus's boy Isaac Asimov. Isaac, yeah, he like
Asimov, Isaac Asimov.
yeah. I keep thinking his last name's pronounced like this morning, but anyway, he hated the play. He talked hella shit about it, but at the time it was like super revolutionary. But he says like it was the greatest thing to it introduce this word into like the world lexicon. That was the only reason that play was like so popular
What play?
because it
Sorry, I
introduced.
was looking at something.
It's called Rossum's Universal Robots.
Oh, okay.
It's basically about how robots are invented and like how they basically just kill their masters, which is probably going to happen in 30 years, but still, that's crazy, crazy shit.
That is crazy.
Freaking AI is gonna kill.
I mean, it's like the precursor to Terminator, pretty much. It's a pretty good play though. The play is like only 3 acts, or is it three? I mean, oh no, it's like the first 3 acts are big. I think Act 4 and 5 are like literally like 1 page or some bullshit, something weird like that. It's been a while since I read it, but you can read it for free. It's on Google. It's on Google Reads or Books or whatever the fuck it is now. It's like free. Just look it up, and you should be. I think that you read an excerpt before you can get like the whole thing. But it was free when I was in there, and I like a bunch of shit free. Like Through the Looking Glass was free. I think the original Snow White book was free. A bunch of shit was free.
Well, like if you have a library card, like the libraries have like a bunch of online apps and stuff where you can read like books that are what is it called? I guess free to the public now. Like they're no longer copyright protected. What is
Mm.
it? What's it called when something falls out of that copyright
Oh,
protection?
It's
public
public
domain.
domain. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's no longer in public domain. So, or it goes to public domain. But yeah, there's a bunch of bunch of books out there that you can because like I think recently I read like the real story of Peter Pan, and it's Peter is a dick. Like he literally is
Yeah,
like in the scene where like what they show like what Disney show where they're flying to like Never Never Land, like Peter kept leaving him. Like he would like leave and like I think Peter Pan had like ADHD because he would be like flying with them and also just fly off somewhere else to go off on another adventure, and then eventually he'll come back and be like, what are you guys doing here? And then like there's times where like he's gonna kill like there's part of the story where he talks about like he that once the Lost Boys get too old that he will like lead them back home, but there's little hints in there that he actually goes off and kills them because they grew up. Because Peter's the only one that never grows, but like the Lost Boys do, even though they're there in Never Never Land. It's the real book. The real story is crazy as hell.
I bet.
I'm pretty sure Peter Pan is actually deaf.
Oh,
That could be it. He's
oh.
the Grim Reaper for kids.
All right, where are we gonna go next? What do we got on
There's some stuff that make sure that we do we talk about well there's something that I gotta talk about. It's kind of a rant, but I'm gonna wait till y'all bring some stuff up to y'all already talked about Extraordinary. I don't watch this show, but Blue seems to love this
Oh, we
show.
talked about it already.
here? Yeah, I finished it. It's a great show. Honestly, you should watch
Yeah.
it.
You finished it?
Yeah,
Dude,
it's 2 seasons.
freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what we haven't talked about, which is coming up very, very soon, is House of the Dragon season 2. No one's talked about this yet. This is out in June, like first week of June. Y'all gonna be watching this or
Yeah,
not?
I'll check it out. I mean, I watched the first season. It was good.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, it's
I
been
haven't
like
watched
2
that
years.
or the Games of Thrones.
you haven't watched any of the
Damn.
Game of Thrones? It's
Why
good.
do you just start watching it and be like, oh my god, this is great?
Well, I mean, the first season, especially at the end of the season, you're gonna be like amazed. You're gonna be like, what the fuck at the end?
It's this one takes place before or after Dragon or House
Before,
of
like well before.
Cards.
Way before,
You know,
way before.
generations.
Yep. So it's just cool seeing multiple dragons like about and people fucking each other. I mean, it's still Game of Thrones. There's still incest and backstabbing and shit, but this time there's dragons. So it's pretty
What's the-
crazy.
Something I want to talk about real quick. Since we're talking about like books and shows, and uh, this week it was announced that they're gonna redo the Harry Potter books, but they're gonna give it the good old Sandman audio treatment. Basically, they're gonna have like a cast of like hundreds and doing like the voice work of all the different characters. So basically, it's gonna literally be the movie in your mind. Like, I'm totally down for this because the way like the budget they put into Sandman, and then also in what's the Batman one they have on Spotify?
It's not Unbound. It's something Unburied or some shit.
Unchained,
Unburied, I think.
yeah, I think it's Unburied. But like the money and the production they put into these two audiobooks or not well one's an audiobook, the other one's an audio story basically. But yeah, I'm super excited. I would go and repurchase these audiobooks once they drop them because I don't know, just the Harry Potter series altogether with just the regular which something I learned too is that there's two different versions of the audiobooks out there. There's the English version and then like the American version. So the one I listened to was with the American reader reading the story, but there's like a British one too, where British guys actually read the story. But yeah, I don't know. I think that this is pretty cool for them to do that. What do you guys think about that? About them re-recording the Harry Potter series?
I mean, it'd be cool, but I don't know. J.K. Rowling's been kind of weird lately. Well, not even lately, like just way too long. Like her whole, like, she's basically like a anti-trans activist now, and it's just like, it's crazy. Like, I'm just like, how much money do I need to give this woman now at this point? When I don't agree with like a lot of reviews, but at the same time, I mean, I did enjoy Harry Potter, and I did buy Hogwarts Legacy, and that game was dope. So
Do you also you got the pop-up book for your daughter, right?
I did. I mean, well, it's not pop up. It's a Mina Lima book. So it's like an interactive illustrations and stuff. Yeah, I read the whole thing to her. Well, the first whole book, which took forever because it's only a couple pages a night.
Crazy.
Have you read the Harry
Um,
Potter books, Oh Ninja?
I have the first
Or
three, and
listen?
no, I haven't done either. But I own the first three books. They were a gift, and I've never opened them. I've just watched all the movies, and I'm just like, well, maybe one day I'll go back. I mean, sometimes. I mean, I did it with Ready Player One. Like I watched the movie and then went back and read the book, but I know that there's a TV series coming for HBO or for Max.
Oh,
So they're
that's right.
redoing the movies into TV. So I'm just like, well, how much Harry Potter can I stand? Don't get me wrong, Hogwarts Legacy was fucking amazing. It was so much fun. I was like addicted for a good minute. But I know that more Harry Potter's coming. So I mean, we're not getting new material really. I still haven't seen the Fantastic Beast movies. So
Yeah, I haven't seen them either. I
I've
read the
never read the
books.
books. I never read the books either. So there's a lot of it out there. We're just probably not going to get anything new. We're just going to get like a retelling. To me, it's just very weird to kind of like semi reboot these out of. I mean, because they're not that old.
Mm.
They're like maybe
Harry
what a
Potter?
decade out. Yeah, it's
No,
like
it's
not that
it
old of
came
a
out a while. It
franchise.
came out in like the '90s, I think.
It's not
Yeah,
as old as Star Wars. Star Wars came out in the '70s,
Yeah,
so
well,
and
still.
that's
yeah,
that hasn't been remade. And look at Dune. Dune didn't get remade until like recently, and that's like came out in '84.
I
So
mean, technically, every comic book movie gets remade. You know, every comic book, everything gets
mm,
remade like consistently. So we'll see.
like
yeah, it's just I feel like I feel like there's enough Harry Potter out there to where I don't need to go in. Like I don't do audiobooks as it is. I'm just like those people who do. I think that's a great way for especially
what do you
for
mean those
young
people?
those. I think it's a great way for
Us.
like
He's
young
talking about
people to
us.
get into it.
You know, not old people.
Yeah,
Definitely not somebody in the 40s, right?
no, definitely. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it's out there in different forms, and that I think a lot of people probably ask for it. They're like, "Can we get this in audio form?" And they're going to put a big budget to it, so it should be cool. So,
I mean,
um,
it's a good story. It's just don't go on our Twitter page. I'll just say that.
Yeah,
Like, especially if you're a young person, don't go on our Twitter page. Just imagine she's some dope ass writer that is cool as fuck to everybody. So,
is she even still on Twitter
bro, it's
or
daily. She
X?
is like I just looked to make sure, and it's like she is very active on
Really?
what's
Twitter.
her real name?
Yes.
Joanne.
JK. Oh, yeah, maybe.
The heck?
What?
What?
What is
No,
happening here?
my Alexa's talking.
Oh, she has something to say. She all
So
right now?
crazy.
Does she need some help? Anyway,
No, for some reason my Alexa device thought I had to ask what's
This is
Lady
pretty
Gaga's real name, and apparently Lady Gaga's real
recent.
name is Joanna as well.
This is recent too, and this is April 6th, and there's a whole rant about this whole trans thing. I'm not reading this to now.
Oh wait, no, Lady Gaga's middle name. What? So apparently Alexa heard me say what's her real name, Joanna, and apparently Lady Gaga's middle name, and so is Stefani, her middle name, or Gwen Stefani, her middle name is Joanna
Mm.
or Joanne. Sorry, yeah, Joanne. But okay, J.K. Rowling, her name is Joanne Rowling. So Joanne Rowling's the sexist transphobia person. J.K. Rowling's the good writer. Our she also has another pen name called Robert Gal Gabrali.
yeah, I saw it too. I mean, it's just funny. Like you're supposed to keep those names secret, right?
Yeah,
Mm. Yeah,
Anyway,
because like what's his name? Stephen King. He has a pseudo a pen name or pseudonym he writes under as well, which you got found out for.
actually, I just learned that one of the authors I listen to are what's his name,
Jeremy
Jeremy
Robinson.
something.
Robinson.
Yeah, yeah, he has another pseudo name that he uses, and apparently Hunter or Hunger was written under that surname or that pen name
Pen
of
name.
his.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
At the
he
end of
wrote
like,
the first two under that, and then the last one he decided to like revamp it and then go by his real name.
yeah, I didn't know it was like such a long time between like the first two books and the last book until like the end of
Yeah,
that last book, and I was like, oh, it came together like really well cohesively. So yeah, he did a great job. He's a great writer. Same guy did Infinite. He did Infinite, right?
yeah, he did Infinite 1 and 2. He did He did a bunch of books I've read. NPC. NPC was one of my favorites.
Yeah, that was really
Where
good.
like NPC was good. The one with Mapamori was another one of his.
Oh yeah,
Uh, the one the hunter is his too, where the kid who was born in Alaska.
yeah.
He was like the last person to be born there. It's really good storytelling. And in Infinite 2, he kind of makes his own little what
Multiverse.
is it called? Multiverse. Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause he references other books. His other characters in his book shows up in Infinite 2.
That's crazy.
I think
Let's see,
NPC
let's
does
see.
too, because he talks about like a blank person. No, I gotta go back and listen to it again.
Boom.
Infinite was a really good book the first one I read, or the first time I read it. It's actually a book I read twice in like within the last like 10 years.
A blank person?
Yeah, because in NPC, this guy figures out how to hack the world, and like these NPC characters are, I guess these figures are coming after him, and they're just blanks. They're like blank people. It's really weird, but it's really well told. The story.
Should do a book club. Summer book club. Summer book club. So we both read a lot. I read a lot of books, so yeah.
I haven't read in a year or maybe 2 years.
Or I guess I listen.
Outside of
So.
outside of my comics. So I have like a stack of comics I bought to read. But yeah, there's a lot. And I bought a bunch of books that I haven't even read yet,
I mean,
especially with mainly dealing with the High Republic and Star Wars,
I've
which
got
is getting their first show.
I've got probably 20 boxes of comics right now that are not read,
Damn,
which is quite sad.
20
Yeah,
boxes?
yeah, literal boxes.
Ooh,
They're literally
that's
they're sitting right there. So
that's
it's
like
embarrassing.
10 story arcs. That's like 10 story
Yeah,
arcs.
yeah. I'm behind on like basically everything.
That's wild. Yeah,
Isn't
just
Free Comic
gotta.
Book Day coming up, or did it already
It
happen?
was last weekend.
Ah,
Damn.
and I
You
Yeah,
know,
free
saw
comic
Cape and
is
Cow
huge.
posted up something. They had like a huge line outside the door, like they normally do.
one of my
Oh,
childhood friends, Keisha, she went to Cape and Cow for Free Comic Book Day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
shout
Yeah,
out
I
to
remember I ran into her at the
Taskmaster.
Comic Con.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, shut.
It's weird. She's a burlesque dancer now. I never would have called that when
Yeah,
we were kids.
me neither. And she's still doing it. I mean, because we're in our 40s, and she's still out there doing her thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Taskmaster who came down to Cape and Cow over the weekend for Free Comic Book Day. So, because he doesn't live in the Bay Area, he lives like further north, but he came out to check out because he pointed out the fact that they won the award for best comic book shop
The Eisner
like in the
Award, right?
world.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he went to go check him out. So shout out to him
I mean,
for
it's
checking
great,
out
and
Cape and Cow.
they expanded their business like maybe like two years ago. They like knocked the wall out. Now it's bigger. So yeah, I mean, they're probably one of the best comic shops, especially in the area where they really give back to the community. So during, I think it's all of their free comic book days, they do like you can donate stuff for various things. So they usually do like a really good job on getting donations for the community. So yeah, Eton, good dude.
Yeah, right on.
He looks like Paul Rudd.
Yeah, he kind of does.
That's it's crazy. Um, what was it? I guess it's
Skin-
time for me to bring this up. But what are you gonna ask?
What I was gonna say, you guys want to go into the Expo '97 because last week some shit went down.
You guys
Wait,
can
did
if you
we?
want.
I'm trying to remember what happened now. I just
Oh.
remember just the one epic part at the end where
Well, let's skip it for now. Oh, we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
Let's talk about it
we'll
next
skip it.
week. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, I heard the
but Magneto
season
was
finale.
right.
Magneto was right.
Yeah. Yeah, didn't the season finale happen, or is that next week?
No, it's going to be next week. It's a 3-part finale, or three are left, or no, there's 2 left, I guess. So, and they're all been like the last one was
Okay.
dope.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm getting tired, unfortunately, because I think I got my bronchitis coming back. As you can tell, my voice is a little off. So
Yeah, no, I can
yeah,
tell. I just want to.
Go ahead.
I'll wait till Prodigy gets back because it's been on here. It's not a huge thing, but It's something I need to discuss because people keep bringing it up. But I can wait. I
Bring
can
what
wait
up?
till next week.
I could do like one last thing.
Okay. Okay. Um. So us being gamers of advanced age, we were growing up with characters that did not look like us, and when we did, they usually only had one particular hairstyle, or it was usually bald or afro. And as we got older, they added the flat top, especially in the '90s. The '90s was the flat top. It was either bald, afro, then flat top, or high top sometimes.
And dreads.
And then I feel like dreads didn't come until late '90s, early
It
2000s.
was Eddie Gordo,
Like
right?
yeah, but that was like 2000s,
No,
right?
I was
that
thinking of
was
I,
mid '90s.
I'm thinking of DJ
Mid '90s. Yeah,
from the
late
Street Fighter
'90s.
games.
Thinking of who?
Yeah,
A
it's late
DJ
night
from the
DJ.
Yeah, DJ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Street Fighter games.
also late '90s.
I think it was like
But
90s,
like
90.
yeah, so we grew up with like limited options, especially like when it came to games that gave you a character creator.
Yeah.
So games that had character creators, we had it was like a version of the afro, like not the big '70s afro, but like a smaller afro, bald, or like maybe like bald with like little peach fuzz on it. So then now we're in 2024 as of this recording or live stream, and I'm seeing a lot of this backlash to a particular hairstyle called the
The
Killmonger.
Killmonger. Yeah.
Now, yeah. So my thing is like back in our day, we didn't get anything even close to this. Like I guess Killmonger, popularized this hairstyle with the little dreads in the front and whatnot, and like all these like millennials and Gen Z kids are like, oh, can we not do this anymore? Like I'm sick and tired of this. I'm like, you know what, bitch? You better be fucking grateful that you even have this selection in your games because back in our day, that shit did not exist. We had like maximum 2 to 3 in the late '90s, maybe 4 options. And as most of you have probably played, because the game was made $1 billion in fucking Hogwarts Legacy, there was a vast majority of people that look like us to have different styles of hair. And back in the day, we didn't get that shit. And you guys dare fucking want to say stop doing the Killmonger because you see it too much? Like for most, this is mainly kind of seen in like Dragon's Dogma,
Yeah.
which is or Dragon's Dogma Part Two. Like I guess it's the default if you're like if you start with the African American or dark skin colored character. It's like, dude, you don't have to stay with that. They give you other options, and like to not want that hairstyle, you best be grateful that you fuckers have that shit because we didn't have that shit back in my day. You guys best be grateful you're able to toy with different styles of shit because if you put there are certain games that will lock you out of certain hairstyles based on like if you picked a dark character. Like you were stuck with those shit. It wasn't until like maybe the early 2000s where they unlocked that shit where you can have like blonde flowing hair on olive colored skin people. Like y'all need to stop with all this fucking complaining about having the Killmonger. Be grateful you even have a Killmonger. We talked about on this cast there was these young ladies. They were building hair assets for companies to use. I think at the time it might have been free, but they're building assets for basically mostly African American women, and they've added men to their assets for them to use in their games. And it looks like they took notice because some either took their assets, took their folders and whatnot, and some of them expanded on it. Some of them probably started from scratch and did their own thing. But we didn't get that kind of shit back in the day. You guys best be fucking grateful and be fucking humbled that you guys can choose that shit because they could literally go back and be like, oh no, we're not gonna do that shit no more. It's either bald or fucking afro. Y'all need to stop bitching about this one fucking haircut. Be glad you're able to get this fucking haircut, and be hopeful that in the future you can get more that are just like that and more, I guess, diverse or whatever. Stop fucking being little bitches about the fucking Killmonger. Take it that now that you have it and be able to run with it. This from an old head, as you young kids might be saying.
So you good now?
EAD.
So, unfortunately, old ninja, I respectfully I disagree. young people complain more, get more of the hairstyles that you want to see. Because honestly, when we were growing up, yeah, we didn't have that many things that we can choose from. But you know what made the possibility for all these things that we see now? People complaining and bringing it up. So continue, younger generation and even our generation, continue to push these companies to have more diverse looking characters, so we can all have characters that look like us if possible. I don't have a problem with that at all. Just because we had it a certain way when we were kids doesn't mean that the current generation has to settle for that kind of shit. Because back in the day, it kind of, I mean, it didn't bother me at the time, but looking back, like, it kind of sucked. And like with my daughter, like when we give her dolls that look like her, like she notices that shit. And she doesn't ever question, like she requests the dolls that look like her. She gets things that look like her. So I don't have a problem with people complaining about it. If they don't want to see the Killmonger hairstyle no more, then okay, I'm fine with that. Like keep requesting for new ones. It's not like we shouldn't have to be like, oh, I can only get what Massa gives me. You know what I mean? Like fuck that. Like
Go ahead.
Because we literally would not. You wouldn't have all the options that we have now had everybody just remained silent and be like, yeah, I'm good with a white dude or just straight hair or whatever. These really bland looking to some people character models. So yeah, keep pushing them to do bigger, because the only thing it does is make the industry better, because we're going to have a more diverse looking cast of characters instead of like what we had back in the day when we were kids, which is all like super vanilla, both literally and figuratively. And now we see like all these really cool games and really cool protagonists that we wouldn't have gotten had nobody said shit.
Yeah, I get that, but I feel like the Killmonger should not be deleted because the kids are complaining. I think we should have.
I don't hear them
have that and more.
Yeah, I don't hear them saying like get rid of it altogether. They just want more than that.
I have no. They're saying get rid of it. We see it too much. Like literal, like big ass posts with like hundreds of responses multiple times per week. I've seen it. Can we get rid of the Killmonger?
I think that's exaggeration.
No, you know what? I'm gonna fucking tag you in like.
You can tag me in some, sure. I mean, like, I feel like
you'll see all these kids complaining about the Killmonger. Like, yes, you are very, very much right. Like, if it wasn't for advocacy, for including different hairstyles, especially for people like us, you got to remember, a lot of these games are made by people that do not look like us, and they make characters that look like us, and they do hair for us. Not in digital realm, but they're not us. So
I think it's changing more now, though. I mean, like we see it more and more now, where people that do look like us are in the industry now, and the fact that those spaces are opening up is because of quote unquote complaining. So, honestly, keep doing it until people get the message that it's not just this certain kind of character model that's out there. Like there, if you look at the planet, there are more brown people than white people.
Oh, 100%.
So with that same vein, like, why shouldn't people be complaining more? Why aren't there more brown-looking characters in these games when we know around the world there's more brown than white?
You know what? Well, I think I hate to bring them up, but I know because I feel like they kind of lost their way. But Kotaku brings up like I was saying, most of the people that were designing games, they're usually white or Asian, and that's changed over the past 2-3 decades. Over time, there are more women in gaming, there are more people of color in gaming, but there's still the majority is still not us or not brown people.
Yeah, I mean, so it's over time it's changing. I think honestly, I think we're going in the right direction with things. There's going to be some missteps with some stuff, but for the most part, I think that we're going in the right direction with gaming, because you see so many options now. I mean, Jesus Christ! I mean, this is how much we've like kind of gotten over the hump with some of the missteps when it comes to gaming, especially when it comes to like fan service. Like, look at Stellar Blade. I didn't see Anita Sarkeesian didn't come out of anywhere and said anything about this game, when all the game is it's a lot of fan service. You know what I mean? There's other things that that happen in gaming now, where it used to be like if people made like a small misstep in a game or did something that they wanted to do that somebody didn't like, it was like a huge deal. But I think people are more accepting on like, hey, some games are just gonna be like this. You know what I mean? So there really ain't shit you can do about it.
Plus,
So
games are hard as fuck to make. Like, it
yeah,
takes
yeah,
Oh yeah, 100%. Games are hard to make, especially games that let you build your own character. Like I said, fucking Hogwarts Legacy again was an excellent example of like how much you can do in Half Hour We've come with like uh diversity and representation because you can make literally whatever the fuck you want. Even Cyberpunk. In
yeah.
Cyberpunk, you can make a trans person if you want it, and it worked. And the game played the same. It is. I mean, it still was broken when it came out, but now you can be whatever the fuck you want, and the
Yeah,
game works fine.
yeah.
So
I know. For me, games need to figure out how to do a ball fade because whenever it comes to like, it's either there's like bald, but there's like that like little peach fuzz you can have sometime, and
yeah,
they just can't do it. It always looks like the person has like some kind of
Skin rash.
deformity or
Yeah.
a rash or something.
I will say this: everyone kept saying from the jump that Miles Morales Spider-Man in the Spider-Man games, his fade looked on point. So
But he had a high top or
no, he's
a
got like
higher
waves.
fade.
At one
But
point,
I'm talking about a
he's like,
ball fade.
oh yeah. So
Yeah, I
I
think
can't make my character look like me.
you just make him bald. It's all good.
Yeah,
I mean, you're bald right now anyway,
I got some
aren't you?
hair.
Oh, do you? Okay.
oh yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm not complete zero.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Sorry,
That's my rant.
our hairlines are creeping back, so it's hard to tell sometimes.
Creeping back. Mine's been gone for a
Yeah,
minute.
mine's creeping. So it's on the way.
All right, that's the end of my Killmonger rant.
Oh, that was a good one, even though I disagree.
That was
But
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Damn
It's the
kid.
first time hearing about it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I've been hearing about like how I guess millennials or whoever generation is now, they don't like us like people using a thumbs up. They say it represents like the middle finger now.
I
What?
mean,
It's like
in
I've never heard that.
in
Never heard
Australia maybe, but yeah,
Or
yeah,
Britain. I know Britain. The peace sign. You have to be careful.
yeah,
Like you have to face your palm out versus your
yeah. It's
skin
like this.
out.
This is
Yeah,
the
this is
good peace
good,
sign,
but
but
then
this
doing the
side,
other way means fuck you. Especially when
yeah.
the best example, if you ever seen the first Kingsman, the fuck, what's his name? Taron Egerton. He uses that symbolizing to show like a big fuck you. I was like, oh shit. So
I had a coworker when I worked for a private school. He was from England, and yeah, he would give peace signs to the kids. When he would tell them like just to leave or something like that. He's the one that explained it to me. I was like, damn, dude. So you're literally flipping off the kids. You tell them to go somewhere.
yep, he probably was fucking kids, I guess.
you know,
But he was
Wow.
a cool dude.
it was a cool game that actually did black folks right was Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did a
yeah,
really good job with like
that's-
black characters.
they did, but most of them had dreads. Most
No,
of them had dreads.
no, not. I mean, not all of them though. I mean,
Most
I
of
mean,
them.
Alo had fucking dreads, man. So I mean, it was kind of a theme
She
in the
did. She
game.
had dreads, but like all the cart, well, everyone from the Sun City, like the Nubian queens, because they were dark as fuck. But most of them had like dreads or some kind of like wavy kind of. I mean, it looked amazing because it would react to like weather
yeah,
and shit.
some of
It
them
fucking-
had
it
straight
felt
hair
good.
too. So
Yeah, there's one village where some of the ladies the lady had bald fade. She's like bald.
yeah,
She's a side quest. I don't remember. I remember it's like
I know
right
you're talking
before you
about.
get the Banuk. Before you get to Banuk, there's a small village off to the side. There's this bald lady that's there. It's pretty cool.
Does she join one of your quests or something like that? Like you have to go somewhere to like do something for her?
I think
Or
so.
was that the first one?
I think that's a different one. Yeah, the first one does that towards the end, but there's a couple. There's a couple like that. So yeah, representation in Horizon was actually really good. And they do some really good effects. So yeah, I mean, it just takes over time. Oh look, I'm looking at this one here. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
uh,
Weren't they going to make a TV series off of Horizon? Was it Netflix?
I think
Didn't
I
Netflix?
think
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's Amazon now. Who knows? But yeah, it's still coming. They're all coming. So it's a matter of time. Everyone now that they're starting to do good, Hollywood's found a new cash pool, so it's adapting video games into either shows or TVs or movies. Sorry. So we'll see. We're going to see an influx very in the next 10 years of like games that are going to be movies. I mean, we got Borderlands in like we're going to see Super Mario Brothers 2 next year. We'll get season 2 of Arcane. Like they're just going to keep coming.
See, old ninja, this is another thing where people complain enough and they fixed it. Was remember when video game anything other than video games suck?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
look how long it took them to fix that shit.
I mean, not that long. 30, like less than 30 years.
That's a lot of fucking time. They could have fixed that in 2 years.
No,
easily.
they couldn't. They couldn't
Just
have.
find some-
No.
Yeah, they could have.
No, I can tell you why they couldn't have, because
That's all you had.
it takes people that actually play video games that care about them, that could that can move in the industry. Like that didn't
It
exist
takes a
before.
producer. It takes at least a producer to have
Yeah.
played it.
So
Yeah, so I get that. But we had Uwe Boll. He directed so many and fucked up
Yeah.
everything about
Yeah.
that shit. He fucked it all up.
it
They
wasn't.
literally had to wait. They had to literally wait for his stink to come off of his movies, which took like 15 years before they came back to that shit.
You can thank good, video game. Actually, I'm thinking of like comic books, but even with comic books, it's the same exact deal. You got to thank, Blade and Spawn, really, but probably more so Blade, for like really getting comic book movies done right.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
100%.
I mean, it's like
Well,
now.
Blade, Batman, and what else?
Well, now
Blade got that R though.
yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
we
So,
we
like-
expect like good video game shows now and movies. I mean, like look at Fallout. Fallout was fucking dope, and Last of Us was dope. The Cyberpunk game, our show was dope. You know what I mean?
I still
Arcane.
I still haven't seen it.
Arcane was dope.
Castlevania.
Yeah, Castlevania is
Arcane
dope.
is
You
dope.
know,
Castlevania, Edge Runners. I keep forgetting that exists. But I actually I'm probably gonna start that tonight.
yeah, check it out.
So I've seen all of Halo. Halo's decent, even though it's not Halo. I mean, it's a good sci-fi show. As far as sci-fi goes, it's great. But as far as Halo goes, it's not Halo.
Yeah. Well, Master
It
Chief
is
takes
what
his,
it is.
he takes his fucking helmet off, so
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, he takes it off. Literally season 2, he has it on twice. That's it. But the story's still good, and like it still has like
I mean, it's a
merit.
it's
But
a
like
it's a Halo story. I don't know if good is kind of
yeah,
in,
it is
scare
a Halo
quotes.
story. It's literally it's like a it's a Halo story in the Halo universe, but it's not like Halo the game, which is fine. I mean, if you're a sci-fi fan, it is definitely 100% worth watching. 100%.
okay.
You haven't seen it?
No, I mean,
Mm-mm.
you know my thoughts on
Just
Halo.
watch it.
You know my thoughts on Halo.
Just watch it. Just watch it. Just watch it.
Dude,
Watch
I
the
don't, I
first
don't
three.
even like playing the
Watch first
games.
three. Watch the first 3. Bullshit. We play Halo 5. Bullshit.
I know. I said I don't like playing the games, but I play them
You have all. You
I
have
hate-
all,
I
you
do.
have At least all 6.
because I need to make sure that I know that the game still fucking sucks, and that the story is trash.
So you,
The story is
you buy all
yes.
6 of them.
I'm
You buy all 6 of them just to play.
I'm
them.
like in this respect.
Maybe
I'm
7.
like Kendrick Lamar. I'm the biggest hater when it comes to Halo. I'm
Oh my
such
God.
a hater. I buy them and play them to make sure they still fucking suck.
Dude, we
was there-
played through Halo 5's campaign.
I know.
The only one we haven't played together was Halo Infinite because
Halo,
at the time it didn't have co-op.
yeah, Halo
Was
5
it-
was pretty good, but yeah.
Was it 50 cents that said he bought like the first like 3 front rows
Yes.
to like
And it-
Mustane's concert? Like
The
that's
first 2
Kronos
rows.
right there. He's
First
that
2
petty.
rows. It's fucking
I'm gonna
hilarious.
buy your game and then talk shit about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. But I mean, Halo's fun.
Honestly,
And the story. I mean,
the story's the worst part.
You would. So if you watch the series, you'll probably say the series improves the story.
I mean, that's
That's
not
what
that's
you're
pretty
gonna
easy
say.
to do.
So there you go.
Pretty easy.
There you go. You should definitely watch it. For sci-fi, it's definitely worth watching.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't watched it this far. Instead of your excuses like, "Oh, I don't give Apple my money, so I'm not gonna watch fucking Foundation."
Yeah, I mean that's for real though.
Yeah, but you have ways to watch. You know somebody that has Apple TV. You can just either
I mean, I
borrow
could-
their account, just
I
go to
could
their
just-
house.
I could illegally download it, but
Yeah, you could, but you know someone that has Apple TV.
I
I'm
know.
pretty sure your brother has.
yeah, my brother
You go to
does.
his
That's
house.
that's where I watched the first one.
See, there you go. There you go.
All right, now
Anyway.
I am getting tired. And I still got to edit. I'm going to try to do the BBL Drizzy intro.
Sure.
Hopefully,
I'm with it.
we'll see.
I'm with it.
If you don't hear on this episode, I got too tired and I fell asleep. So there you go.
Well, there's always next week.
Yeah.
All right. Blue, take
All right. Wait. Kronos, what you got populating this weekend?
Sorry. This weekend, I don't know what I'm doing this weekend, but I know I got a bunch of like tests and shit coming up next week. So I got to get like all kinds of MRIs and physical therapy and shit started. I got a dentist appointment tomorrow, like an old man. Yeah, I know I'm doing jujitsu with Riley on my youngest on Saturday. She's back into it now. I'm like, yes. So we're
Nice.
having fun with that. But yeah, other than that, I don't have a lot of plans. I know next weekend I'm gonna hang out with my brother and hopefully Prodigy as well. Have some drinks. My first drink in a while will be next week. So it took like a month. It'll be a month. So yeah.
Damn.
Karan, do you ever listen to the episode of Stuff You Should Know where they talk? I think they either talk about the MRI machine or the CAT scan, but one of them used like crystals for it to work,
No,
and it's
no.
like it sounds like magic, dude.
I mean, it kind of is.
Yeah,
Science is just magic explained.
yeah, basically.
Yeah,
All right,
that's all I got.
Onija, what you got? What you got happening
Uh,
this weekend?
Not a whole lot. I'm gonna try to catch up on some sleep because I got a lot of shit going on the next 3 weeks. So I'm gonna try to get my sleep going. Just playing some of these like events going because like Destiny 2 has got some new shit happening. I've been enjoying the new free shit. They just added new maps to Crucible after like 2-3 years finally, and they're free. So probably gonna check that out. I need to start reading some of these fucking books that I bought, but we'll see how that works out. It's gonna be hot as fuck this coming weekend, so I'm gonna try to stay cool and try to stay pollen free because my allergies have been acting up extremely badly in the last 3 days. Um,
Nice.
I need to start Edge Runners and Shogun, so I'm gonna try to find time to start that. I'm trying to watch shows on my family, so it's kind of hard to like plan it. All watching it ahead of them, so yeah, and then like in a couple weeks I won't be on the cast. It I'll explain why. It's some family oriented stuff, and then I'm looking forward to this huge concert event I'm going to in a couple weeks. It's gonna be cool. I'll talk about it more next week. There you
All right.
All right, cool. And then for myself, we got Mother's Day this weekend. I kind of dropped
go.
the ball on that. But so if you didn't know, there's Mexico has Mother's Day and it's always May 10th, and then US has it
Mm.
on the second Sunday of the month or third Sunday, second Sunday. But yeah, Mother's Day this weekend. Like Oja said, it's getting warmer, so I'm gonna actually clean or kind of get the hot tub ready for the summer. I'm gonna
Oh,
so for the hot tub,
well,
I don't like you can control the temperature, so I have it as it's basically a big pool, a big kiddie pool that's heated to a certain degree. So I heat it up to like about like 80 degrees, so my little guy can play in the water or whatever not. But yeah, I got that happening. Nothing much else happening. Just just chilling. Hopefully I can catch up with these shows because Mr. and Mrs. Smith was really good. I need to catch up on Invincible as well as
oh shit.
yeah, I'm behind on a lot of shows. I
I'm
have
behind.
not
I'm
watched
behind
any
it.
of season two.
Yeah, neither have I. So we're both in the same boat. I forgot about this
Yeah,
show.
but yeah, definitely I'm trying to catch up on shows. But other than that, just like chilling with the family, working. That's what. All right, oh Ninja, take us out here.
Your birthday's coming up, isn't it?
Whose birthday?
Your birthday? Isn't your birthday coming up pretty soon?
Not for another 360 some years or
That's
60,
recent. Yes.
365 days or something like that. Or it's back
Okay.
in April.
Oh, that's right. Yours is like a couple days ago. That's what.
Oh, shout out to Stitch. Today's his birthday.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
happy birthday, Sid. Who's enjoying it in a very magical place right now. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Thought you
And
trying to
you
get the
just
heart of
experienced.
Defeaty.
He's about to yell at Jumanji any minute now. You just experienced Black and Black times Infinity, the
Defeaty.
dankest podcast on the internet. Check us out anywhere and everywhere you listen to podcasts, wherever you consume it. We'll be on it. Even if it's failed, we'll probably still on something else. Uh, we go live every Wednesday, 8:30 ish Pacific time. You can join us in our YouTube chat. We're also on Twitch, also, so simultaneously live. You can join either one. It's a twitch.tv/BTMBTI, BTHANBTI. You can join the chat in there. I've been trying to monitor the chat. There's people who keep complaining that we don't respond to them, but so I've been keeping a better eye on the Twitch chat. And then obviously YouTube, check out our official website, ben10productions.com/BTBTI. And then we can email us at btbti@gmail.com. And yeah, that's about it.
All right. We are, guess we're out this bitch, right? Peace.
Yeah.